I'm just so lost, man. I'm just so lost, and the attitude I'm taking towards the videos is trying to keep as positive as possible, and I'm gonna try and make a video. I'm gonna try. My mind is just like, it's not been this bad for a while. So I don't even know if it's possible. I don't even know if it's possible. Right. What can I speak about? So let's think. Right, so today's been a hard day. That's no surprise. Every day's a hard day when I pick up the video, the camera, the phone. I was very much at a loss today what to do with my life. I don't come to that decision easily, but I was there nonetheless, and I have a couple possible solutions to possibly help. I appreciate this is probably a hard video to watch, but this is where I get sometimes with my mental health, and I'm just trying to rack my mind to think of a subject that I could speak through. That's what I do. I speak through the pain. That's why I developed Tourette's. I speak through the pain, and that's sort of been stopping because I've been thrown about. I've been like on a whirligig with Don Juan. This is me getting into some of the spiritual concepts I've developed over the years. Has been throwing me around like a merry-go-round, and I've been all over the place, and some habits that I do have been okay to continue with, and others I've been stopping for some reason, like the Tourette's. It's not been so easy to forthcoming. It's not a mental thing that I normally have to say, right, now's Tourette's time. It's just suitable for the circumstance. But my memory's really been messed about with lately. My mind is unhealthily preoccupied with the move, and so somehow where I was going to purchase this boat as a really poor circumstance, how can I put it, like out of sheer bad luck, I was going to have to look at purchasing a boat. I don't know what's happened. I can tell you what's happened. I know what's happened. It's my life. It's been interfered with sleep. I've been interfered with sleep, and It's really focusing there, my mental health, on sleep, and really giving me hard times around that. And in the back of my mind, it's a case of, if I get a boat, there'll be things to do all the bloody time, and I'll be able to possibly have a balance between sleeping and then getting up and then going straight into an activity, a chore, I don't know, whatever you call it. I mean, this is, if I'm honest, this is like fantasy, man. I don't know how this has got into my head. Talking through my life, and I'm realising back to myself how I've been sidetracked by my mental health. This is, I was just speaking to, I think he was a psychotherapist, and a junior psychotherapist, and we were brought up paranoia, and I expressed to him, very succinctly how I deal with paranoia. I said to him, yes, I resonate that I have paranoid schizophrenia, and on the whole, I'm able to deal with it. As much as I can physically deal with it as a human being, I can deal with paranoia. I know how to go about maintaining and managing it. But I said to him, there are occasions when it just gets too much. What's been asked of me to maintain my paranoia is too much, and for a period of time the paranoia will take control, will get its way, and all I can do is be patient, and as soon as things calm down and my mind returns a little bit more, just to see the situation again. And I really don't want to swear, but it's I'm very tired, and it's the only way to describe it that's coming to mind, and that's fuck it off, basically. So I fuck off whatever psychotic paranoid storylines get inserted into my head whilst I'm in a place of tiredness, until I'm in a place where I'm a bit more awake, and I can see the paranoia again, and I can say, right, you're a load of bollocks, you're a load of bullshit, you're a load of rubbish, leave me alone. Or I can turn around and say to it, hang on, actually, there might be some truth in this. I wouldn't have ever looked at this in my wildest dream. Here you are, you've been forced upon me, and I can't deny you. And that is really what took place over 10 years of my mental health. And this is how I've got such a very fixed view on society and people, and consciousness, is because it was forced upon me, of almost 10 years of non-stop trying to figure out what's going on, trying to fight my mental health, trying to say, hang on a sec, this paranoia's a load of bollocks. But at the end of it, I've lived it for 10 years, and it's like, I'm only 34, that's almost like a third of I've lived this storyline. And it's been consistent within that 10 years. It's been very consistent, and I've been through very hard times. So what I'm saying is for consistency to stick within that time period, there's got to be something to it, because if it was just a load of hibberdy-gook, is that correct? You know what I'm trying to say? there wouldn't be a doubt in my mind that the storyline would have got thrown away, and for that reason it really does stick with me now. I can't write it off. And what I'm going through at present looks like a similar thing. It kind of looks like I'm going through a hard time whilst I get a download by some force outside of myself of new bollocks that I could do without knowing. I really do see how ignorance is bliss, man. It's just like, I'm sure it's got benefits to it, whatever the information is, and it's life-changing, and it literally has been life-changing for me. But I really do appreciate simplicity, and that has instilled itself upon my life, and I've lost simplicity to a certain extent on the outside. Everything I do is quite instilled in me now, but on the outside it's not evident, and I don't deny it's there within me. I don't deny it's there within everything I do. I know I'm going off on little bits, but I'm just looking at my life, man. I'm looking at my life, and I'm just trying to figure out what I can say to this video that is appropriate now, instead of the emotional rampage you were all getting before. I'm going to try and make it as appropriate as possible. What can I say that's appropriate to you all that would just allow me to breathe into my life, because I've been knocked for six, and I pick up the video today trying to reassemble my myself. I'll try and reassemble myself. Trying to get all the little bits, the emotions, the mind, the soul, the spirit. I forget my body, forget my nervous system, but the rest, trying to get them all working together again. And I'm pretty sure I can do that, and hopefully within that time I can maybe bore some more people of insights into madness, and little insights into spirituality. So yeah, we were talking about Don Juan spinning me around earlier. Let's come back to that. There's a disco. So what's to be my microgreen planting boxes. And I've attached neon like LED lights so that I can feed them infrared light all day long, but it's a work in progress, and if I'm moving I'm going to wait before I start any planting. So in the meantime I'm just using it for my own special effects. So let's see what colour shall I go for. I'm feeling like a almost infrared pale blue. We were talking about Don Juan earlier. Wait. It's like I'm drunk. It's like I'm drunk. I'm so in shock. Right, what I'm gonna do is just take 10, 20, 30 seconds to see my life in its entirety, what I can't breathe into. Then come back and speak to you about spirituality and some more bollocks. Until on my peripheral vision, what was once suffocating becomes breathable. As I said, I'm autistic. I don't know how many people that's normal behaviour for, but it's very simplistic to myself, and just quite practical, if you all can forgive me bothering you with these videos. So yeah, let me take that 20 seconds. Right. Alright, sod speaking about Don Juan, let's talk about my life. Matter of factly, I can do it in a light-hearted enough way now. I don't need to overly depress anybody unnecessarily with emotion. My life is quite tough, to say the least. I'm unable to really look at it, given how tough it is, and it's been relentless in its what it's been doing, how I've been experiencing it. Now, the way I live and the way I get through my life as a result of my mental health is by looking at life beyond my experience of life. So stepping out of the picture and looking at everything as a whole. You know, what's going on the outside, that on the wider society that I feel at a distance. I don't have too much interaction and connection with it, so I feel that. Then I look at my life impartially as possible, all the things I'm experiencing. I know myself from my past, but I have to keep the recent past in mind, and I have to keep the future in mind in terms of where I'm heading. And if I look at life, and I'll talk through this now with you, I try my absolute best to hear what life is trying to tell me when things are hard, and I make those changes when things are hard. I've learnt my lesson, and it's worthwhile to make a change if shit's hard, and that's what life is saying. And in that 10-20 seconds I took just then, I looked at my life, and I have to rewind to the start of the year when I was discharged from hospital. And I know I've come to this realization before, but life has been trying to tell me to push me to be proactive more towards life in a more assertive way. So as I said, last year I was smoking marijuana as a medicine, and it was extremely helpful. I had 9 years of a severe mental health disorder, pretty much non-stop, and the relief my body got from the marijuana was untold. I was also able to function on it relatively unnoticeably changed. And more than anything, I appreciated the speed of life. I've never lived my life that I can remember at that speed. It must have been since I was a teenager, if not younger. My mind has always been to do stuff, to go, to be active. And I very much appreciated, for the first time in my life, experiencing a different pace. And on some level, it's I know it's been there that life wants me to almost go back to the way I used to be, to always be always be doing something, always have a project on. And I accepted that. That's the annoying thing. I actually accepted that a few months back. I remember looking at the situation, seeing that, and realising a couple months back that shit was just too hard to try and keep on to a slower speed to life. I had to let go and just go with the flow. And forget the discomforts, forget however much I wanted to keep this new learned speed that I felt beneficial to me in my life. It was to let it go and just get on with whatever, because ultimately that was less damage to my life and my nervous system and my body to just do that. I don't know why it didn't stick. If I made that decision, that would have been my intent, and maybe it's just I don't know. I genuinely don't know. But I'm able to see that again for the first time in a few months. And to be honest, it's what I've been kind of doing anyway. But because it's not in my mind, the want to go at the slower speed, because it makes absolute sense to me. And I think just remembering it now may help, because if I don't have the constant want to go at a slower pace, it should just allow me to forget, like zone out to whatever I'm doing. Whereas it's more than that, what I've been going through, and I've just realised I've just realised where I'm really at. It was easy to see that on the surface. So as you can see, this is the first time I've done this on camera live, so this is a thinking process, and what I would otherwise hopefully have done if I was alone and thinking about the same situation. Right, how can I word this that's not going to depress anyone anymore? Really and truly, when you have a mental health disorder, there are times that you're not in control. And I think if anything, what's happened is life keeps throwing me curveballs this year. Yeah, I'm seeing it now. Irony is, get this, where I was actually getting up and getting on with stuff, it's like life has stuck its foot in. I said, no, you're not doing that now. You got to change. So I'm like, right, this is me right now in the present moment. I can't go at the slow speed. Life has made that clear. I'm not even going to attempt to go back there. I can almost feel that's life is saying forget that too. But where I was non-stop, life has said forget everything, and it's really messed me about. I've not been able to coordinate my day in any way. The things that I was doing that were healing for my body, that were getting me back on track in some way, again, life stuck its foot in. And when I say stuck its foot in, I mean like I have my reasons why. For instance, I haven't been using the sauna the past few weeks, which was very beneficial for my body. I have my reasons in terms of my mental health. Or I have reasons in terms of my physical health. Or I have reasons in terms of my emotion, etc., etc. And I just label it all as life. So life stuck its foot in and has really... It's put me in a place where I'm struggling to look at my own life. Right, so let's go back to the story about Don Juan. So Carlos Castaneda, that's the Don Juan I'm referring to. He gives one of his books, it's about when Don Juan takes him and his little gang for a walk, stroll, march, what's it called when you hike through the desert. And all the while Don Juan was feeding Carlos Castaneda dried meat. As far as I can remember, that would separate the body and the nervous system, which is kind of what I've been going through this year. Because the meat would be very nourishing and very dense for the body, the water and the lack of anything beyond just density from the meat would really destroy the nervous system. So on one hand you feel like you're in your body in a very harsh environment, but at the same time you're really destroying or disconnecting from your nervous system. And they got up to the top of a cliff or something, and essentially Don Juan drew some shapes in the sand on the rock. And it was essentially like a yin-yang, a circle, he says. And in the middle he drew a line. And on one side sat Carlos Castaneda. This is on top of the cliff now, at the end of the hike. And on the other side, I can't remember how he references it, if it's... real or a figment of his imagination, blah blah blah, but On the other side of the circle was like a vicious beast. And I can't remember. I can't remember the details. I can't remember if it kept changing from something very pleasant to a vicious beast, or they kept changing places. So the vicious beast and Carlos Castaneda. So they kept flipping back and forth. Either way, there was a back and forth between a viciousness and something else. And at the end of that process, as I remember it, Don Juan basically threw Carlos Castaneda round and round and round and threw him off the cliff, and Carlos Castaneda burst into a million pieces. And my life is a bit like that, in the sense that I seem to be being thrown around. You know, I'm being wound up at the moment. Not wound up emotionally, but literally, you know, like. And that's why I was referencing Carlos Castaneda earlier. And a whirly gig. It's a tough one. If I'm honest, I don't think I want to be able to breathe my life in today, no matter how much I talk and bore you all. It's probably best for that reason to end the video now. And at least I can see my life a little bit clearer, because that should allow me to think within myself. And if I need to pick up the phone and bore you all again for a little while, I won't hesitate. But hopefully that won't be needed.